Hey guys, so today we're gonna be running over to, if you remember the house with the pool, I actually got hired to shoot like a formal listing video for that. So I'm gonna be bouncing over there to, well, check that property out. I've been making a few phone calls today. I actually picked up a client, a buy client from an Instagram video that I did about like the Manly home. You can see that on my Instagram as well as in some of my shorts and all that. So give that a look. And then we're also going to be running by my office today and checking out how things are going for. We have a community event tomorrow called Bunny Palooza, which is an Easter Bunny photo shoot. And so we have over 150 people signed up. I'm going to be shooting photography for that. And it should just be an overall great experience. I think it's super fun to give back to the community. It's also a really good marketing tool from the realtor perspective because you're going to be able to get the contact information from everybody while also providing just a free, fun service and getting to be a little bit more community involved, because at the end of the day, we get to help our neighbors out. And that's really what makes everybody successful, is people helping people. And we're going to have just an awesome group of people there. We actually teamed up with some folks over at Guild Mortgage, the Sotheby's office did. And if this goes well, we might make this like an annual thing, put a little bit more budget into it, and make like a big old Easter Palooza type event. So I'm really excited to kind of share with you the behind the scenes on that. And then stay tuned tomorrow, because I'll probably run like a time lapse or something of getting all these photos through and showing off what we're doing here in the community, because we're running that from like 11 to 2 or 3 or something like that. And yeah, so that's kind of what we have going on. And next thing, let's just jump to the truck. Okay, so we are off to shoot a house right now. It's that white one that we walked through that had the pool a few days ago. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more professional style shoot there. I did a little bit of a walkthrough video that I'm dialing in, but this is going to be one where they're paying me to do a listing video. So when I do those, it takes a little bit more time, and we're going to get this pumped out. So I'm really excited about that. Break out the gimbal, do the whole 9 yards, make it look super good. But yeah, overall should be a super solid day, or has been. Made a bunch of phone calls, talked to some previous and past clients, just make sure everything is rolling along there. And then yeah, swing past the office and go see how everything's coming along for Bunny Palooza, because that's gonna be a pretty solid day of shooting photos. I'm kind of excited for it, just to get everybody all wrapped up in the Easter spirit. Archer initially, he was the model baby for the shoot, so that's kind of cool that he was in the advertisement, and it's just nice to be able to give back. One thing though, yeah, I don't know if any of you guys heard this, but there was an article published in the Wall Street, and it was going over, this is crazy to me, there is a Little League cheating scandal going on in Washington, D.C. And it's crazy to me, and it isn't crazy to me at the same time, because I've coached a Little League, I coached like minors and things like that, and the number of parents that put the win-loss column over player development and learning how to enjoy the game was amazingly too high versus what, in my opinion, you're there to do as a coach. And so kind of the whole story of the scandal is, in the Washington, D.C. area, they were trying to make the Little League World Series, which is like the, whoa, that's not cool. In the Washington, D.C. area, they were trying to make the Little League World Series. And while they were going through that, there's certain districts that you have to take players from. And this one coach apparently was recruiting players from outside of his district in order to put together essentially like a super team of 12-year-olds. So that they could compete in the Little League World Series, and other kids were getting snubbed off of these teams and things like that because they go through like a selection process in order to build these teams out. But I guess it just concerns me because it feels like it's so indicative of our society at this time, because when you care so much about the result that you don't care about the process or the reason why you do something, it really it degrades the overall product and the overall experience. Like, I look at Little League, and Little League is the largest group of baseball players in the world. There's something like 5 million Little Leaguers that are playing worldwide. And then once they get past the age of 12, nearly 50% of those kids stop playing baseball. And then another 50% when they get to high school, and then it's a significantly smaller number that are in college, and then so on and so forth until you're up to the major leagues, which is like 800 people, kind of that way in all sports. But if you look at what you're supposed to do as a coach, and my philosophy as a coach was such that I'm not here to make professional athletes. I'm here to create solid young men. And those young men, they're here to learn quality habits. They're here to learn to show up every day for practice, to count on their teammates, to be reliable people, to be respectful of one another, how to work amongst a group. And when you throw that out, because if you measure yourself on the ability to make professional athletes, every single coach at every single level across all sports is a failure, because it's such a select group of people. And I guess it just concerns me that you see these parents that are willing to throw away how to play the game right and what this is for, to just see a win and a loss, and see how much of their ego is tied into what are the perceived successes and failures of children. Because let's be honest, every single Little League baseball player is bad at baseball. And some people might disagree with me. You might say, oh, my kid is a baseball savant. But no, your kid's not good at baseball if they're playing Little League, because they're 12. And all 12-year-olds are bad at baseball. We'll continue this when I jump into the house. And so when you take that into consideration, that all Little Leaguers are bad at baseball, it seems a little bit ludicrous that you would go to the extent of cheating in order to verify yourself as a quality coach. It's kind of contradictory, because, I mean, when you're quality, you make things happen with the tools that you have, and you don't need to go outside of the normal bounds of, well, the regulations that you're applied with. It's a little sad, but it's not the only place that we see that within our society. I mean, heck, when I was coaching Little League, you'd see coaches that would, they'd flat out disregard the fundamentals of the game in order to win. And that's sad. That's really sad, because the only person that it really hurts is the kids. As adults, we don't really have to deal with that. I mean, if you attach your ego into the winnings and losings of children, it's really an odd spot to be, in my opinion. Because, well, you're a grown-up, and you're there to help make quality young men and women, not baseball players, and not winners. Like, that's the weird part to me. Like, winning is good. It's a good thing to learn how to do. It's good to be competitive. But at that age, you're there to teach a love of the game, not winning, I guess. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because I know I kind of sound like an old man yelling at the sky. Oh, it's not the way that it was back in the day. But I know that people cheated back in the day, and people did things that were unsavory, because that's what people do. We're unfortunately flawed beings, and we tend to do things that aren't necessarily right. We do that all the time as a society. Like, I can't remember where I read it or heard it, but it's like, individuals can be good, but people as a whole tend to not be. Like, individuals are good. I love individuals. I hate people. I can't remember where it was, but it spoke a lot to the fact that, kind of like what they said in Men in Black, human beings are a scared, panicky group that are easily scared. and we do things for, well, the ability to make ourselves feel better all the time, even if it's not the right thing. So this, guys, is a gimbal. Not sure if you have ever seen one. Mine is a Ronin S. That's kind of what I've been setting up this whole time, and this helps keep my camera steady while I shoot. And it is a fantastic piece of machinery. I absolutely love it. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is you gotta balance it. Balancing it can be a grade A pain in the butt. So you got to make sure that it's even on the back, even on the top, so that it doesn't roll and shake. Because a shaky gimbal sucks. Shaky gimbals make for shaky videos, because that's how cameras work. If it be shaken, well, it be shaken. Bingo, bango. There we go. Now it's time to hook her up to the, oh no. We're even there. Oh, we're not even there. Too far back now. This is the dance that all video people have to do before shooting. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. We're all locked in. There we are. This is a very useful thing because it allows my gimbal to talk to itself, or at least talk to the camera. You always got to change the settings around. The big one that you're always switching between on at least the Sonys is the mass storage and the PC remote, at least in my experience. Auto is never really automatic. Beautiful. That's on. Power on. And time to fire up the app. And you do this to test the balance. It goes through like some little motions and stuff like that. And it'll tell us if it's fucked up or not. Lovely, excellent. Fantastic. So now we are ready to shoot. So keep an eye on my channel for the finalized video of this. It'll be just a quick little listing video, and then I'm also going to tie it in with my walkthrough video. That way it's all set up and nice. So, thumbs up. We'll probably jump back either in the truck or over at my office. Unfortunately, due to the reality that babies are babies, we are not going to be able to get to the office today because Stinky Man in the back seat is very tired and is starting to melt down a little bit. We need to get him at least a power nap so that he doesn't absolutely freak out, because we're well off of bedtime and I cannot keep him up another like 4 hours. So that's the joy of being a parent. Unfortunately, we won't get to see the preview today, but you guys will get to see the full-blown setup tomorrow, and probably a time lapse of trying to go through all. We have 150 plus people involved. We got raffles going on. Yeah, super awesome. But yeah, we got raffles going on. I'm actually raffling off a family photo shoot for one of our first 100 registrants. We're gonna do a little free family photo shoot and take a bunch of kid pictures. Then I'm gonna spend the weekend editing, because we gotta get these Easter Bunny photos out before Easter. But yeah, we're dealing with baby stuff right now, and he is not a happy one. So, signing off and see you guys tomorrow.